It's your boy, Canvas Nomad here, Chris Jack. And, oh man, I just feel so under the weather right now. It's ridiculous. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I was dying last night, yo. I went to my side gig and just developed just sinuses. It was bad, yo. I don't know. But, yeah, I just want to reiterate what I was talking about yesterday. I ain't really planned anything out. I just couldn't focus last night. So I'm gonna just go off the cuff. I usually go off the cuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's not much planning that goes into these videos yet. I just have a topic. I kind of gauge like a core idea and then I just talk. But right now, I'm literally just talking. I didn't plan anything. So I'm kind of gonna reiterate what I was talking about yesterday. Because I'm watching some of these videos of people reacting to those results yesterday. I just don't get it. I swear to God, I don't get it. What rights is this man gonna take away? Is the thing that I can't see, I can't understand it. I don't know. So, somebody help me out, please. Because proposal number one, at least in New York, from what I understand, is giving rights to reproductive rights. So it didn't matter if Kamala won or if Donald Trump won. It's still a proposal regardless of the election. So what rights he's taking away? I don't get it. Like, I'm watching videos and people are really like balling. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When Donald Trump won the first time, there was this meme that went around of a lady wearing this, like, she was wearing a hat, she had glasses on, and I guess she was saying no or just screaming, but her mouth is wide open, and it was like the meme for the 4 years. It was hilarious when you actually watch it. She had like a lime, she had like a, not even a lime colored, it was like a neon yellow type of display. So it was interesting because I was like, I'm getting a phone call. I forgot to turn my stuff off. So if you can hear it, my bad. Should have put on Do Not Disturb. But she was wearing like a lime colored. I wonder if I could just decline it. Do Not Disturb. All right. Yeah, she was wearing like a lime colored jacket. Like something that like a construction worker would wear or something like that. And she had this meme. And I think it's funny because I think people were ODing this time to become the next meme. Because they were just ridiculous with some of the reactions that I've seen. And like, dude, don't they realize that that's what the news wants? They want you to be divisive. They want you to be very polarized with like, this is what they want. Like, why are we doing this? I don't understand. Never understood it before. I still don't understand it now. People are just doing too much. They're doing too much. They're doing too much. Way too much. But if that's how they want to react, who am I to tell them how to feel or whatever? That ain't my prerogative. But what I will say is that going forward, just keep focusing on what you got to do, because it doesn't even matter why you doing it, as long as you know why. As long as it matters to you, nothing else will play effect. It's not like the president doesn't have the system of checks and balances in play. So it's not a totalitarian system. I don't even, based on the definition of what I've seen from fascists, they're just throwing that word left and right because they know people don't know what it means. But fascist is now the new communism. So has a negative connotation. And people are just using that word just because they heard someone on the news say it, or they heard somebody in conversation say it. This is not a fascist society. This is crazy. There was a black woman on MSNBC talking about Florida is a threat to the union because of the way they run their gun. Like, they're trying to start civil war and don't even maybe they do realize it. Maybe that's what they want. I don't know. But I just feel like this is all the reasons why the country I once loved, like, I still love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. America's home. America's home. It's always gonna be home. But you know, like that family member that you like but you don't love because their values have changed? That's kind of how I feel about America right now. I just feel like it's going in opposite directions. And it's being pushed by a narrative that nobody cares about. And clearly the election showed that. The only people that's like really affected by it are the ones that are for this alphabet movement, or they always bring it up, this is a patriarchal society, blah, blah, blah. And man, listen, at the end of the day, none of that stuff matters. The only thing that matters is knowing that money controls everything. That's it. You looking at the president, well, look who funded the president. That's who you need to worry about. I had a conversation with somebody that was like, well, I brought up something controversial. I won't put that in this video. That's the topic for another time, maybe. That'll definitely get me demonetized. I'm not even monetized yet, but that'll sure keep me from being monetized. But I had said something, and he's like, oh, that's interesting. And he kind of gave me some pushback. I was like, that's cool. I like the debate. It is what it is. If you can change my mind, I generally like that. So he said, I asked him a simple question. I was like, back in the day, you had historical figures. Name some historical figures today that isn't a politician. He was like, yeah, but it's different times are different. I was like, yes, that's my point. Today's historical figures are called celebrities. Celebrities will say something and people will run with it because they have the most influence. Historical figures back in the day were just the people with the most influence. They were just the leaders of yesterday. Well, celebrities are the leaders of today. Nobody talks about a Claude Anderson. Nobody talks about, Cornel West, to me, is still one of the most brilliant minds ever. Why wasn't he at the election for Kamala? You know what I mean? You brought Cardi B? Is that what you think black representation looks like? I just don't know. And it's crazy because I'm talking to people that's for Kamala, and I'm not for Donald Trump. I just want to make that clear. You can see my election results in the community tab. I am not for neither nor party. I voted independent from the day that I was able to vote. So I just want to make that clear. However, people that's for Kamala was like, oh yeah, you know, she created a new song for her and it's the #1 on the list. She's definitely gonna win. I'm like, that's your basis on why somebody should win? Like where are we going today as a nation? Like, what is going on? It's ridiculous. There should be no merit ever that someone should pay attention to solely based on the idea that they can entertain their guests and that's why they should be president. What? Now, I didn't agree with Donald Trump. This guy brought out some guy named Trick in Detroit, and from what I understand, the guy's a criminal. So, like, come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Brings out Lil Pump. Like, they're ODing. Cardi B. I remember when Joe Biden brought out Cardi B one time. I had an interview with him. And I'm thinking to myself, that should be a slap in the face to any woman out there, especially black women, because that was who he was trying to reach, that has went to school, got their PhD in some kind of philosophy or something that can be used other than just skill work. It should be a slap in the face to anybody that is an educated woman, to have this woman who's, I don't even want to get into the stuff that she's done. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. I remember when she used to work at Starlets. I used to do club photography back in the day, and that was the first time I seen her. This is years ago. This is like 2012, 2013. And that girl, in my head, in my mind, is the girl who was on stage for the president yesterday. And I'm like, yo, if that ain't the American dream, I don't know what is. For you to be able to literally declare on camera that you've committed crimes, for you to be able to say that you've done things that is immoral and still make it to a podium where you're endorsing the potential future president? This is insane. This is why teachers, doctors, cops, firemen, this is why they don't get glorified. Those are the real heroes, but they get paid a salary lower than dirt. And you know why? Because they don't bring attention. That's the reason why celebrities have more stake than the people that actually matter, because they're more influential, which goes to show that the values in America is based on attention, and you can see the capitalism behind that. Because why be a teacher? What incentive do you have to be a teacher? Tell me. There's no incentive to be a teacher at all. It takes you your whole career. You got to get like 2 masters just to barely touch 6 figures. Meanwhile, somebody who didn't even graduate high school can just start talking on one of these. This is why I say it's the best digital real estate you can have. Talking on a platform like this and literally garner followers like crazy. Yeah, it's not easy to make it. People always think they gotta be the next viral sensation. No, you just gotta put some consistency into it and you'll do what it do. What's insane is that if people will listen to you, it don't matter what you're saying unless it breaks some kind of guidelines, right? Unless it breaks the narrative. But if it's not breaking the narrative, who cares what you're saying? Throw money that person's way, because clearly they have influence over people, and then we can shove products in his videos or her videos so that we can make some money. That's it. That's it. Teachers don't get no kind of recognition at all, and those are the people that are literally raising our future. It's insane. It's insane. Why wasn't there a teacher up on the podium? I teach my little boys and girls blah, 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 and I really hope to see change come and blah, blah, blah. None of that. We got an ex-stripper who drugged men for a living go up on the podium. And people are going crazy because a guy dressed in orange for his skin color won president. Don't make sense. I don't know. I feel like America is just going down, and it's imploding. It's not even external. We have the greatest military in the nation. We are, the way our country's set up, we're not landlocked. It doesn't make any sense at all. Doesn't make any sense. So that's just my thing. I just feel like my fault, I got a little distracted. The way our country's set up, we're far away from Eurasia. So if any one of those countries wanted to invade, we would see it from a mile away. It's hard to really do anything militarily. There's very few countries that have nuclear missiles, much less the access to nuclear missiles where they can shoot it from where they're at and land on over here. So America's downfall is not going to be from within. I mean, from being external. It's going to be from within. We are imploding as a nation. Again, solo travel. When you solo travel, you see these things. You see different nuances that come out, and it just makes it easier to understand, like, yo, we too privileged over here, and we don't know what to do with it. But that's my time. Don't let this election take y'all too far out of the you know, how you doing? Good. Don't let this election take y'all too far out. Don't let it bring you into an asylum. Because it's really not that serious. It's really not that serious. The country's going to run the same way it's been running for the next 4 years. The president doesn't even control anything. So it's like, if you're going to be mad at somebody, be mad at the people that's funding them, not the people themselves. Be mad at their lobbyists. Boy, Chris Jack, Canvas Nomad. Like, comment, subscribe. If you got this far in the video, you're my friend. I appreciate it. Peace. Yep.